Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. We are now in part 2 of the game, and you can tell because the music has got a lot more aggressive and warlike, and yeah, I'm not so sure about the direction the Alliance is taking. Well, I mean, it's not called the Alliance anymore, it's called the Federation. And it has a king, and things aren't looking great. Things aren't looking great, but what is looking great is all the people we have to speak to now, and the support conversations that we have available. So, let's get started. I'm assuming some of the support conversations might have been locked off by that last event that we just had, because I imagine some of them are going to want to talk to Claude about what's been going on. Let me just see. So it's only Claude and us. Oh, so R1 was locked off. Our B-level support, I think, was locked. I think A is still going to be locked as well. Interesting. So none of the other ones that he has are locked. Oh, I thought he had an A with Lorenz that was locked, but we don't even have that much support there. He's actually pretty far behind on some of his supports. We worked really hard to get Holst up, but we haven't really done anything with the original group. Huh. We'll need to look at that. Anyway, let's see who we've got. So we've got us and... Oh, so a lot of our A-level supports were blocked as well. So, Claude, Lorenz, Ignatz, Lysithea, Raphael, Hilda, everybody wants to talk to us about this. Leone still locked, though. Okay. Well, let's speak to Claude about his B-level support.
Hey there, got time for a little chat?
Sure thing, King.
I do, but don't you kind of have a lot going on right now? Oh, I should probably be using your title now, shouldn't I? Since you're a king and all, your majesty.
Call me whatever you want. I'm still the same Claude.
Sure.
I was shocked when I heard you were going to be the king of Leicester. I never imagined you'd be able to unify the Alliance and make it all official.
Hey, it was your idea. Don't tell me you forgot.
Yeah, it was our idea. Sounds familiar.
Oh, right, the thing. The thing I definitely remember. That thing.
Are you sure? You're not filling me with confidence in your memory here. You said that the Alliance should get rid of the roundtable system so we could act more decisively.
Oh yeah, I did say that. But I didn't expect you to remake the whole Alliance as a federation. Whatever that is.
Alliance, Federation, they're the same thing with different names. I just established something new to get rid of the old system.
Huh. I guess it makes sense when you put it that way.
You're a strange one, you know that? I find myself actually wanting to open up to you.
Really? Are you going to give us straight lore rather than hints and half-truths?
It's probably because you don't seem to have any strings attached. Makes it easy to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm just a wandering mercenary. All my life, I've never had many relationships to speak of.
Right. You were taken in pretty young, weren't you?
Yeah, I don't remember any of it, but that's what my mom told me.
The lady who raised you. What kind of person was she?
How do I put it? It was like she could do anything. She taught me all sorts of stuff. We lived in a small village deep in the mountains. It was a humble life, and I didn't interact much with the other villagers. Then one day, my mom suddenly got sick and passed away, and I was booted out of the village. I had to use everything she taught me just to stay alive after that.
So, you were left to face the world all alone after they kicked you out, huh?
The whole time, yeah. I became a mercenary, but the groups I joined didn't last for long, so I ended up drifting from one place to the next. And that's how I ended up like this, completely untethered.
I see. You know, I think I understand you a little better now.
Though I suppose I can't say for certain that I don't have any connections.
You mean your power?
Yeah, I still have no idea what it actually is, or who my real parents are.
Just remember that no matter what you find out, it won't change who you are. Just like how becoming a king hasn't changed who I am.
You keep telling yourself that, Claude. You keep telling yourself that. You haven't changed at all. Definitely not. Haven't become power hungry and aren't going towards the villain arc whatsoever. Anyway, that's a B-level support. A-level securely locked. Okay. Hilda. Let's go.
Hilda, did you get hurt at all?
Nope, I'm totally fine. I'm super glad we won that battle today.
Me too. But it was touch and go for a moment there. Make sure you're not overdoing it, okay?
Is that what it seemed like? I didn't think I was pushing myself at all.
I mean, you were way up in the front with me. Didn't you say you wanted to hang back and relax?
What can I say? When I saw you up there, I couldn't help but chase after you.
Oh.
Despite all that stuff I said, I guess I do still worry.
But I thought worrying about people like me was a waste of time.
Well, that's what I thought. But it turns out you and my brother are different after all.
Yeah, he has pink hair and I have purple hair.
So, what you're saying is...
Friends and family are different?
It's different because we're friends and he's family?
No, that's not it. My friends are just as important to me as my brother. Look at it this way. I could cheer for you till I'm blue in the face, but if I'm stuck all the way in the back, you won't even notice. And I'd lose track of you in all the commotion.
Yeah, I guess that's what would happen.
So, how am I supposed to cheer for you if I don't get up close?
But you weren't cheering. You were actually participating in the battle.
Hey, it's not my fault there were so many enemies up there. They forced my hand. I'd have been in danger if I hadn't fought back. I get the feeling that you have some kind of problem with me being so close by.
Deny it immediately.
No, not at all. Why would I?
Glad to hear it. And this way, you get to see all my valiant deeds up close. You've got to be happy about that, right?
I'm not sure happy's the right word, but I'm definitely grateful for your help. You're pretty strong too, you know. You really are Hulk's little sister. I can't think of anyone I'd rather have watching my back.
Oh, please don't say that. I can't handle that kind of responsibility. Our win wasn't because of me or anything. You know I'm basically a weakling, right?
After seeing what you can do, weakling isn't what comes to mind. But I guess you can seem shaky out there sometimes.
Exactly. So shaky. That's why it's up to you to make sure I'm perfectly safe during battles.
Sure.
Of course I will. But aren't you supposed to be cheering me on so I don't die?
I'm obviously going to do that. And in exchange, you protect me. It'd be a little selfish of you to get all that encouragement for free, don't you think?
Yeah, so selfish.
Right, if you say so. I think I've lost the thread of this conversation.
That's okay. The point is, we just gotta stick together and keep doing our best.
Okay, sure. Not entirely sure why that one was locked. Because I think we had an entire conversation where nothing was said, but there we go. We have finished an entire support line. Lorenz?
Ah, there you are.
Here to complain again, Lawrence?
Do I look like a man who does nothing but complain? Simply preposterous.
Okay, then what do you want?
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I have grown remarkably stronger as of late. I've poured all my effort, nay, my very blood, into these results. And do you know why that is?
Not really. Let's have a little bit of a joke.
Because you want to be more popular with women?
I assure you, I have never lacked popularity with the ladies. No, it is because you threw down the gauntlet.
I don't remember doing anything like that.
You surely could not have forgotten. Your words ring true in my ears even now. It was something like, if you don't want people running in to save you, then you just gotta get stronger than me.
That does sound like me.
And I believe I responded, the day my strength surpasses yours, my noble personage will save your commoner skin and restore the proper order to this world.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Did you?
Yes, I most certainly did. And now that day has finally come. I am a man of my word, after all. If I could only just rescue you from a perilous spot in battle, I will have truly fulfilled my vow.
So that was a vow, huh?
Yes, one I whispered into the ears of the goddess herself. Yet you seem dead set on foiling my every opportunity to fulfill it. Somehow you never stumble, never falter on the battlefield. It's almost as if you're an army all on your own. And so, despite my every intention to rush in and rescue you, the opportunity never arises. Well, what do you plan to do about this?
I guess that we will get ourselves into mortal peril more often?
Okay, see what you're doing right now? You're complaining again, but you've got it all wrong. The reason I don't run into trouble in battle isn't because I'm all-powerful or something. It's because I have reliable allies like you fighting alongside me. So, you see, you've already fulfilled your vow.
What? Well, I must say, I'm quite impressed with myself. It seems I've managed to save your life without even realizing it. How
impressive.
Which means I, Lorenz Hellman Gloucester, have emerged victorious in our challenge.
Let's accept defeat.
Congrats, Lorenz. You did good. But just so we're clear, you're not so full of it to think you're actually stronger than me, are you?
Ah, throwing down another gauntlet. Very well then. How about a little sparring session, right here and now?
Bring it. But no complaining if you lose, alright?
Cool. Right, next up we have Raphael.
Hey, you gotta hear this!
What's up, Raphael? You're looking extra cheerful today.
Have you seen the looks on all the soldiers' faces lately? Don't they seem way more motivated?
Well, yeah. I was wondering what was going on with that.
Well, I was curious too, so I asked. And you know what they said?
Their pay has gone up?
Is it because they got a pay bump? Finances are always a great motivator, I've found.
Come on, not everyone's fighting just for the money.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, guess I can't help but look at things from a mercenary's perspective.
They all said it was because of the food.
You don't mean...
Yep, they've all been eating the dishes we came up with. You know, with the smoked meat and the rotten food.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to call it rotten? In any case, our hard work definitely paid off. And the food's great too, if I do say so myself.
Right? I could eat that stuff over and over again and never get sick of it.
And it's a big hit with the soldiers too. They said they actually get excited for mealtime now. Plus, it's made them fight way harder in battle.
I'm really glad everyone's so happy with it. Makes all our effort feel completely worthwhile.
You bet. See, food's important no matter who, when, or where you are.
Yeah, back in my mercenary days, I'd scarf down any old scraps so long as I was full at the end of it. But I've changed my outlook. Honestly, I feel like I can work even harder now that I can look forward to all my meals. And I never would have gotten here without you, Raphael. Thanks.
Huh. I was just thinking the same thing about you. Guess we helped each other equally.
You know, I scrounged up every last piece of gold I could find just so I could go to the Officers Academy and become a knight.
I hope you got a refund.
But once it shut down, opening the inn was basically my only option. But then, running the inn helped me realize all sorts of important stuff too. And now I'm sure, once this war's all wrapped up, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to become the best innkeeper in all of Fódlan.
Sounds like a solid plan. But you'll probably need to up your cooking game even more if that's the end goal.
Yeah, I bet I'll have to train under a real great chef to get me where I want to be. Oh, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna come up with a brand new style of cooking. Something that'll really work my muscles.
What would that even look like?
Well, I don't know. I haven't invented it yet. Whatever the case, I know what I want to do now.
Hey, what do you say to tagging along with me? I think you've got a real knack for this cooking stuff.
Probably shouldn't make any promises I can't keep, sounds like a good answer.
I appreciate the offer, but I think I'm gonna have to pass. Mercenary work's where I belong.
So you're gonna stick to being a hired hand, huh? Well, as long as that's what you want to do. Oh, but keep an eye out for an invitation from me. You'll definitely have to come over and try all the rotten food I cook up.
Seriously, stop calling it that. But thanks. I'm looking forward to it, Raphael.
Cool. That's another A-level support. Coming up next, Ignatz. Let's see what's going on with him.
Hey, do you have a moment?
What's going on, Ignatz? Finally leaving on that journey to see the world?
No, not that. In fact, we're not going to talk about my dreams today.
Oh,
You always ask questions about me, but you never talk about yourself. So, I thought it was high time I asked about you. You certainly have piqued my curiosity.
let's take it seriously.
Sure, go ahead. What did you want to ask?
Well, since I told you about my dreams, I wanted to know about yours.
My dreams, huh?
Let's just, again, say we never gave it much thought.
I don't really know. I've never thought too much about it.
Really? Is there anything you want to do once the war's over?
Just keep going with the mercenary thing. It's not like I can do much else.
But we'll finally have peace. You won't have to fight anymore.
Yeah, but that's all I've been doing even since before the war started. I'd just be going back to my old way of life. Killing monsters, guarding villages. There's still plenty of work, even in times of peace. And who's to say some enemy from outside Fódlan won't show up?
That may be true, but isn't it difficult having to constantly fight all the time?
Every job's got its tough parts, but the mercenary lifestyle's a perfect match for my personality. I can't even imagine settling down and establishing roots somewhere.
Yeah, that does sound like you.
Does it now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just meant that you don't really seem like the kind of person who wants to stay tied down.
You think so? Well, whatever the case, I plan on earning my keep with my sword. As long as my body holds out, that is. What about you, Ignatz? You gonna stay a knight once this thing's over?
I'm not sure. I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. But if my duties as a knight were to end at some point, then I guess that's when I could make my dreams a reality. If I were to do that, do you think you'd like to come with me as my bodyguard?
You do realize I'll be Fódlan's most sought-after mercenary by then. Well, I'm not gonna come cheap.
Oh, really? Then I'll have to work extra hard to save up some money. Because I really do want to travel with you.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ignatz. I'll be counting down the days till then.
Okay, that was a neat one. We got to learn a little bit more about Shez. But again, it kind of cements my thoughts about Ignatz in this game. His story isn't really that big of a highlight. He's kind of like part of other people's stories, or like something that other people can reflect off of. Like, he's part of Lorenz's story. He's now here with Shez, just kind of bouncing back, going like, no, what do you want to be doing? And it's less about... Ignatz himself has like a small amount about himself, but it's mostly just a bouncing off point for the other characters. No, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, oh, he's also here. Right, Lysithea. Ooh, there is something I want to know in Lysithea's
That's
one.
not true at all.
So Lysithea's one, she was talking about changes in House Ordelia. I wonder if we're going to hear anything about that. Or we're probably going to carry on with the she's a child storyline, aren't we? Yeah, probably.
But... Oh, look who it is.
You really don't look like a kid. You shouldn't worry about it.
You think so?
Yeah. Now that I really look at you, I think you're a very pretty young woman. You act real mature, too.
Oh, you're just saying that. I'm not like that at all.
Wait, are we practicing?
Excuse me? Just what do you think you're doing?
Whoa. What's wrong, Lysithea?
You were speaking to a girl just now, correct?
Is that illegal now? I don't know the new rules in this federation.
Just now? Oh, yeah, I was. What about it?
Care to explain that line you fed her?
What? Did I say something weird?
Allow me to refresh your memory. Now that I really look at you, I think you're a very pretty young woman. You act real mature, too. You said the same exact thing to me, remember? I'm not a fool, you know. So what? You just go around spouting off the same lines to everyone?
Whoa, wait, just calm down. I know, that was wrong of me, but I do have an explanation.
By all means, enlighten me.
Just hear me out. You might have noticed, but giving advice isn't exactly my strong suit. And yet, for some reason, people always ask for my opinion on their problems. I never know what's best or how to respond. So, I memorized a bunch of lines from some stories so that I'd at least have something to say.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
And it just so happens, one of those lines is complimenting a girl.
So what you said didn't come from you, but rather some fictional character?
Yeah, that about sums it up. I'm really sorry.
And then when people have asked for your advice, you've just parroted back some meaningless words. I can't believe you!
I thought it would be better than people getting mad at me for being honest.
Hearing the truth is always more preferable. So tell me now, what do you honestly think of me?
I'm so tempted to borrow the line from a story, but we gotta use our own word. She just told us to.
To be honest, half the time I don't even understand how I feel myself. But if I had to put it into words, I'd say, you make me smile when you're around. You're interesting, all the time. When I'm with you, it's like I never want to leave.
Oh. Is that so? Very well. I will endeavor to keep that in mind. I apologize for pressing you. I have matters I must attend to right now. So,
I wanted to tell her that she's fun and I never get bored around her, but it came out all weird. Well, hopefully she got it.
Yeah, she got some of it. Alright, well there's an A-level support. Right, are we done with all the A-levels? We are indeed. Okay, cool. Let's do a save, because we've... Oh, that's the settings menu. Let's do a save, because that's a lot of supports we've gone through. We've got an award now, and we've got to speak to everybody. Let's go and get the award, and then we'll start speaking to people. Just so that it stops popping up saying, like, you know, you've got an award.
Well, how'd it go?
So, Ambrosia. Now, it did tell us that we have a master class available to us now. So, I'm assuming that means that we're going to be able to buy master seals at some point. So, we'll need to keep an eye out for that as well. Right. Back to base. Anything new in the journal? Nope. Okay. Hello.
What do you think?
How did it feel going onto the battlefield again? Were you overcome with sentimentality? It was exciting.
Right on.
Yeah, I was excited to get back to it.
Oh.
Excited? I can't say I was expecting that response. Oh. You alright, Arvel? He doesn't seem okay. I'm not sure that's good if the voice in our head isn't okay. It definitely does not sound like a good thing. So I'm looking for books in here. Hello.
You should hear this.
I wonder, what kind of man is Claude? He led us to victory against the Empire in Elmira, and now he's suddenly our king. I can't imagine a man of his caliber would listen to the opinions of those beneath him. Fair enough. Fair worry. Okay. Hello Petra, how do you see it from a outsider's perspective? Has Fódlan become stabilized again?
What do you think?
Then I can be returning to Bridget, right? Sure.
Let's see.
Yeah, you could ask Claude about it.
Ah.
Then I will try asking. I must be doing my duty. Interesting. So she's asked, can I go back? We said, yeah, go ask Claude, but I bet she's still going to be here next chapter. So Claude's not going to let her go that easily. Fair enough. Right, nothing over here. Let's check the next building. To the church. Hello, priest.
What can I do for you?
The bishop and I went to Deirdre to bestow the goddess's blessing upon the coronation. Just between you and me, Claude said that he'd be perfectly fine without a ceremony. But the bishop convinced him it would help give Leicester's citizens some peace of mind. That's why King Claude gave in and had a short ceremony. It's certainly possible to become king without the goddess's blessing, but the world isn't quite ready for that yet. That's what the bishop said anyway. Okay, interesting. So he's still happy to at least superficially have the church as part of the realm.
Hey.
Burgundy, Albany, and Seaward all hold territories on the western border, while Albrecht, Nielsen, and Muller control the northeast.
Actually,
They never had a vote at the Round Table and have long been at the mercy of the 5 great lords.
I'm at a loss.
But it's not like their opinions are completely ignored either. It's complicated. Fair enough. Anything down here? No books, just one guy sitting at a fire. I mean, you do you. Nothing here. Hello.
I carry a little of everything here.
I think we have some stuff to sell to you. Yes, we do. I would like it if these were at the top of the like item list when you go to sell, given they're the only things you really want to sell. But no. Okay, so no master seals.
Hope to
Interesting.
see you again soon.
Or advanced seals, which might be useful, but yeah. I was really hoping for some master seals. No books in here. Alright, gatekeeper.
Moment of your time? Greetings, friend.
Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report.
Anyway,
By the way, I heard the Knights of Saros were spotted near the border. I'm curious what they're up to. I might have been just a lowly gate guard for them, but I served in their ranks all the same. Of course, that doesn't change who I'm working for now. My blood runs Federation gold. I don't like that phrase. Don't say it again. Right. Hello. I was expecting we'd get a pay rise now that our boss is a full-blown king. So I blew all my gold on celebratory drinks only to find out we're getting the same lousy rate as before.
Oh, man.
Oh, life's too cruel. Now I'm even more hard up for corn than usual. Okay, well. Glad to see you learned a lesson from the power log.
of any army.
Cool, got our materials.
Everything has its
Hello.
use.
hi there.
Lester's the Federation now, huh? That's gotta be good for business. I've got no time to be standing around jawing away. I gotta see what's going on with the market prices. What a perfect chance to test my business acumen. Now, what should I focus on? I don't know. Kinda seems like your problem. Hello, Hilda.
Hiya. Hello.
I had a sneaking suspicion something was going on when my father gave up his position so suddenly. He rushed through all the paperwork and ceremonies needing to make my brother the next Duke Goneril. Let's ask about the nobles' titles.
Hey!
What's the difference between all these titles anyway, like Duke and Count or whatever? A Duke is a slightly higher rank than a Count, but it honestly isn't much difference. Maybe the Federation will shake things up a bit. Not that I care about all that. Yeah, sure. Oh, hello. It's not like the minor nobles were never allowed to participate in the round tables. They'd be told about the discussion topics beforehand and could submit a complaint if they had any objections.
That's how it goes.
And now without that, they won't have any say in how the region is run. Okay, so you can see why they might have revolted.
Listen.
Hello. I could never have predicted that the Leicester Alliance would dissolve itself. This is yet more proof that the future is not set in stone. Anything is possible. Even so, it's an astonishing move. I'm curious to see how things will progress from here. Okay, fair enough. Hello.
So, yeah.
I guess I used to be part of House Regan's forces. But now I'm going to be a commander in the Federation Army. How's that any different? Nothing will change.
You sure?
I doubt anything's going to change. You've always fought for Leicester regardless. Yeah, you're right. I just gotta keep doing what I've always done.
Oh, man.
Maybe we'll at least get some better food now that Claude's king. Oh, I don't know. He was still in charge before. I don't think the food situation's going to change, but whatever.
In all honesty,
The minor nobles were surprisingly reluctant to form the Federation. What, you mean they were surprisingly reluctant to give up the small amount of power that you granted them? No way. Perhaps their fear of change overpowered any frustrations with the Round Table. Our new leader will have to figure out how to gain their loyalty. Oh, that's right. He's not just a leader anymore. He's officially a king. I should use the more appropriate title. Alright. Fair enough. Anything here? Nope, just a lot of beds, huh? Okay. Hello.
Did you know?
I heard that my adoptive father always supported establishing the Federation. So he probably won't retire anytime soon, unlike Duke Goneril. Are you relieved? You sound relieved. Didn't you want his position, though?
Yes.
Well, I sincerely doubt I'd be able to handle such a large responsibility right now.
Please.
I'll just continue to fight for the Federation army, so I do hope I'll have your support. Cool. New support conversation available? With Marianne? Oh, because we got the tiniest little amount of support there. Oh wow, we must have been close.
Greetings.
The atmosphere around camp is surprisingly cheerful considering the impending battle. Probably because everyone was so on edge when we were fighting with the Empire and Elmira. Morale is at an all-time high after defeating such formidable foes. It feels like we could take on the world. Cool. Hello.
Up for some training?
The Alliance might be the Federation now, but I don't think the citizens' lives will change all that much. So I don't care about it either way, but if this makes going to battle easier, then I'm all for it. Are you really okay with it? How can you be so apathetic? The entire structure of the region has just changed. This whole thing was Claude's idea, right? I'm sure it'll work out fine. Anyway, it doesn't matter what we are. Our job's to fight for our home, same as ever. Okay, fair enough. Mercenary?
Oh, it's you.
I've heard some pretty unsavory rumors about Viscount Burgundy. Apparently, he puts on a good show, but he doesn't have an ounce of honesty in him. Viscount Fódlan was terrible, but at least he didn't hide how spineless he was. Alright. Ooh, a book. There we go. Commander's Journal. The second day of the Blue Sea Moon, cloudy. In the face of the brutal savagery of the Almiran main force, we could do naught but abandon the front and retreat to a hastily constructed stronghold in Fódlan's throat. If they get past us, there'll be nothing to stop the Almiran invasion of Leicester. We must retain the stronghold. Fifth day. Rainy, with strong winds. With the Almirans bearing down on us, we hoped to repel them with archers, but the wind and rain were against us and our aim was untrue. Understand, we are to be reinforced with Imperial snipers tomorrow, but if this weather continues, it will hardly make a difference. The sixth day, still rainy with strong winds. The weather does not turn. As expected, the arrows loosed by our new Imperial friends mostly hit the ground. The Imperials also brought a tactician with them, but I doubt he'll be much use. So far, all he's done is use some strange instrument and scribble notes to himself. No strategy is forthcoming. The seventh day, cloudy with strong winds. Out of nowhere, the Imperial tactician gathered all of the archers together, showed them some figures, and ordered them to adjust the angle and direction of their fire. I don't think anyone believed him, but they did as ordered, and amazingly our arrows started hitting the enemy. Just as I calculated, he said. A mathematician. The 10th day, sunny, no wind. The enemy attack is blunted and the wind is letting up, giving us the chance to finally mount a counterattack. Without that mathematician, we would never have lasted this long. If I see him again after our victory, I'll be sure to let him know he was the hero of this battle. Oh, cool. Just a random little side story. Also, you're outside your room. With Elmira beaten, I thought the ceasefire with the Empire meant that we were done with all this awful fighting.
Oh no!
It looks like we're gonna have to fight again. What is even going on? Offer an explanation?
Let's see.
They probably gathered us all together to make the transition into the Federation less chaotic. Oh, I see. I do hope you're right about that. Sure. Right. Let's do the next support conversation, and then we'll do the remaining people we need to speak to. Right. Us and Marianne, an A-level support. Which actually, us getting A-level there means that that is our last A-level with the original squad, right? Yeah. Yeah, that means we got absolutely all of them on this month, because everyone else we recruited afterwards. Yeah, even Shamir was afterwards, I think, although only just. Because I think that we had Marianne in the initial squads, and then Shamir joined after the mini time skip. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, hello. Are you on your way to get something to eat?
Yeah. You?
I am. Shall we go together then?
The sure thing. I wonder what they've cooked up for us today. Ah, that was satisfying. Pretty nice getting such tasty meals all the time, huh?
I agree. The meal was lovely.
You didn't finish your meat again. It's kind of a waste, you know.
I ate a lot of the vegetables, so you can have it.
Hey, if you're offering... Wait a minute. Haven't we had this conversation before?
I think we have.
I think we have.
Did something happen to you, Marianne? You seem more relaxed today. In a good way, of course.
Oh no, nothing in particular. But I made a decision. I'm not going to worry about whether I bring misfortune to others or not. I've been a part of this army for a while now, and I've worked closely with everyone in it, and nothing terrible has happened to anyone as a result of being around me.
Well, of course nothing bad's happened.
I'm still a bit anxious about everything, but I decided to adopt a more easygoing attitude. I'd like to emulate you and your nonchalant demeanor, how you can just move through the world without a care.
You're making me sound kind of irresponsible. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I say if you want to talk to people, then talk to them. If you want to be alone, then do that. I really think it's best to just be yourself. Don't force anything.
Yes, I think so too. But I fear my adoptive father might chastise me again if I say that to him.
Disagree.
I'm not so sure about that. I think he'd acknowledge how far you've come if he saw you now.
You really think so?
You might not have noticed, but you're a lot different than you used to be. You're definitely somewhat sociable. More so, even.
I just hope that's good enough for him.
I'd like to think it will be. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really know what kind of guy your father is.
Sometimes I think you say whatever pops into your head without thinking. I suppose that's what I like about you, isn't it? I can already tell I'm going to learn a lot from you.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay. And that's our A-level support. Wonderful. So now all the original squad has had their A-level supports, or the A-level support is locked. So we're pretty good on that. My goal for getting these supports done is I really want to get all the supports that are unique to the route. That's the main point. Like, I don't really care about Lintart's. I think that his are going to be available on the red route. Same with Bernadetta and Petro, right? None of their individual supports matter. I do kind of want to get Balthus and Shamir done, but they're low priority because I'm fairly certain they're also available on other routes. Or at least I've been told they are. Although, if they are, we haven't seen the other 3 of the Ashen Wolves yet, so... yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're not, but I have been told the other Ashen Wolves are available on this route, so maybe we'll get them later. It might just be that we get like the individual one for the route earlier. So maybe if we say went for the Kingdom route, we would get Happy earlier than Balthus. I don't know. Not sure how it's going to work out. But I think the main one that I want to get is Holst here. I think getting Holst up to an A is probably our biggest priority. And then, like, you know, all the individual ones for all the characters as well. But we can actually grind it out. Unlike 3 Houses, we don't really have a time limit on this. Because what we do is we go, oh, it's the final mission. Have we finished our supports? No? Okay, well, let's spam the shortest mission we can find over and over again. And then we can get, you know, where we need to be. So, anyway, hello. A scout from the Knights of Seros was spotted near Leicester's western border. We can't tell what they're up to, but my guess is they're waiting for an opportunity to retake Garrick Mach. And that would mean... Okay. Well, you'd hope she'd have some contacts there she could speak to.
So...
Anyway.
Ah, that's right.
The 3 towns on the western edge of Leicester used to be bustling with pilgrims making their way to the monastery. But all that changed once the Empire took control of Garrick Mach. There are more Imperial troops than pilgrims now, not to mention bandits prowling around.
In short,
I'm certain that's one of the reasons why there's been so much civil unrest over there. I wonder whether in any of the routes you get to, have Garrett Mock be your base again. Probably not, but it could be interesting. Hello. When the war broke out, we weren't able to negotiate with the kingdom because they'd also been thrown into chaos.
What do you say?
But now things have changed. We should see if they're willing to ally with us. This is a great opportunity for Lester to improve relations with them. Yeah. I'm assuming that all the other routes are basically the same route, except like that tent has red on it or blue on it. That kind of thing. But, there are opportunities for different bases, I suppose. If they wanted to go that route. I'm assuming that's not how it goes, but there's opportunities. Both the kingdom and the Federation are ruled by kings, but I think their structures are markedly different.
Basically,
Not that I'm basing that on anything in particular. Whether things go smoothly or not depends on Claude. Express concern. I wonder if Claude will be able to manage. He tends to get carried away sometimes. Not as much as you do, thankfully. Wow. Rude. Okay. Hey, Lorenz.
Good day. In actuality,
The Round Table may have been abolished, but the 5 great lords still retain the right to speak their minds. Naturally, it is our duty as nobles to obey the king's commands, but I fully intend to let my opinions be known when necessary. And if the king refuses to heed my advice, well... what will you do?
Hey!
I will take it upon myself to ask the lords of Leicester who is truly fit to be their king. And they will undoubtedly be unanimous in their reply. The one who will bring glory to Leicester is none other than... me, Lorenz Helmond Gloucester. Ha 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 ha. Sure. Whatever you say. Great. Hello, Claude.
Hey! One step at a time.
Good, you made it in time. Come on, the meeting's getting started. Battle suggestions? A new mechanic? Don't be shy, just speak up if you've got a suggestion. At the start of each chapter, your allies may offer you battle suggestions. When a suggestion is implemented, the ally who made the suggestion will have boosted morale and increased support points with you. If you implement a suggestion, its effects will last until the end of the chapter. You can check the effects of an implemented suggestion by selecting Camp Info from the pause menu. Also, look at the picture on the left. That is that's the Empire. It's the exact same room, but is in red. Of course.
I've got it!
Okay. So, we can eliminate the need for ingredients when cooking.
What if we did this?
Sell items for a slightly higher price. Really wish I would have seen this one before I sold the item. Or increase the number of vulneraries you possess at the start of battle. I don't want any of these.
I've got it. What if we did this?
I think I want this one.
I've got an idea.
Alright, let me go through the base, what we get for these. This one gives us nothing, because we don't cook enough to need extra ingredients. Now, I have been told that you can stack like different effects of cooking together in 1 month, which is cool. I don't think we need it.
What if we did this?
This one allows us to sell items for a higher price. It says slightly, I don't know what it means by slightly. But it could be useful. We're likely to get a couple of booleans. Let's say it's like a 10% increase. So it's like 400 gold for a large boolean, 200 gold for a small boolean. Let's say that we get a couple of each. We're getting a couple thousand gold, maybe? I don't know. Possibly.
Will this work?
Or increase the number of vulneraries you possess at the start of battle. Well, we don't tend to use that many vulneraries, and if we do, that's kind of our problem. Like, I don't think we need it. I think this is it would allow us through the mission, but if we need to use all of our vulneraries plus extra, we probably need to do some grinding before we go in the mission. So I think I'm happy with this one. Yes.
I'll figure it out.
One step at a time.
Okay. Do we get one suggestion or do we get multiple? One. Oh, okay.
How's that?
You've been really working hard. It's everyone's got a different way of getting motivated. I know they all want to get through this without anyone dying, but that's not how war works. You should spend time with the others while you can. That way you won't have any regrets.
Hey!
Okay. Looks like Claude's gone. Thinking about close friends reminds me of my old mercenary band. Actually, I made a little something when I first became a full-fledged mercenary. Might not be a bad idea to give that to someone. Bit my way of saying that I'll always be there for them. A Merc Whistle. Gift an ally a Merc Whistle, and in return they'll give you their special accessory. Put on a special accessory and your unique action ability will be overridden with that of the unit who gave you the accessory. Okay. Only allies with an A-level support with Shez can receive a Merc Whistle. You'll only acquire one Merc Whistle per playthrough, so think carefully about who you want to give it to. Okay. But isn't our unique action ability the teleport? Why would I ever give that up? Wait. Maybe I got this wrong. Yeah, it's Shadow Flash. Why would I ever give that up? That's incredible. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Guess we could. Trying to think who we got. So you've got like a spin. Probably better to do this in a, like, instead of walking around like this. So, wind. Your attacks have wind. You. I can't remember your one. What is your one? Must not be impactful. Oh, you can charge for lightning. Charge for lightning. Spinny tornado. Charge an attack? Wait, what? I've never charged an attack on him. Okay, I should probably do that at some point. Ignatz is knockups cause magic goop. Draw in people who you hit with a dark attack. Ice appears after 300 attacks. That one's actually pretty good. Don't know Leonie's. String together 3 times the normal number of regular attacks. Oh, okay. Yeah. I just don't use that very often. Holster's lightning. Lindhart we don't use a lot, so his is impossible. Complete a final regular attack to spawn a pair of wind orbs in front of the unit. Oh. Yeah. Never used. Personal space. Oh yeah, that's ice zone that also does increases critical chance. Petra. Slightly increase evasion distance. Dodges inflict very minor wind damage. Okay. So it's kind of similar to what we have already. Balthus. Oh, knocking up people causes gold to spawn. And oh, Shamir's perfect timing. Absolutely not. So out of all of these, if I had to pick, let's think. Hosts is pretty good, but that would make us basically just exactly the same as Host. Leonie's is fairly good. If we were to just talk about just doing regular attacks, we could do like a lot of them. Marianne's is, I think, probably the strongest. Yeah, I think Marianne's, or maybe Ignatz's. We do a lot of knockups in our style. But yeah, I think Marianne's is probably the strongest, but I don't want any of them. So, that's fine. Maybe we'll get somebody else later who has one that I'm like, ah yeah, I definitely needed that.
Speaking of...
Sorry to spring all these major announcements on you. I wasn't intentionally hiding that stuff from you. It was just never a good time to bring it up.
How's that?
So, just to make sure, you have my back, right? Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course, I was honestly so sick of waiting for the Round Table's approval all the time. Ha, I hear that. It's one of the main reasons we formed the Federation.
I'm counting on you.
In any case, we still really need your help. I hope we can count on you, Shez. Okay, well, whatever you say. King? Right. Let's go see whether we can get these master classes it told me I could get. I don't think we can, but I want to double check. Maybe they're only advanced classes. They were just locked.
Time to work you into shape.
Let's have a look. So... No, definitely a master class, so we just can't get it. So we must get these soon. And I assume it's the same with Claude, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, not a lot we can do with that. Right, well, we'll leave him be. So no training to do right now then. There's not really a lot of point in doing any cooking or anything until later, because we might upgrade the facility. So that, I think, might be us done. Let's have a look at the strategist. Let's just see what we've got for the initial start of the month.
Hey there.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Holst. What's going on?
Also, why are we at the Great Bridge of Murden?
Our king has agreed to meet with the Adrestian Emperor.
Oh.
Claude's gonna talk to Edelgard?
Yes, and you'll be joining us. You're the only reliable bodyguard we could find on such short notice.
Okay then. Lead the way.
It's good to see you again, Claude. Congratulations on your coronation as the first king of the Leicester Federation.
She doesn't look particularly happy about this.
What's this? The Empire has officially recognized our Federation? Why, Edelgard, I'm touched. But I did have my heart set on an apology. You launched an unprovoked attack against us after all.
Attack? The Empire merely responded to an invitation from Viscount Acheron of House Phlegethon.
Oh, of course, it was all Acheron's fault. That explains everything.
Alas, fortune turned against him at the Great Bridge of Murden, and he perished in the battle. As a result, we did garrison our army in Gloucester territory for a brief time.
Of course, of course.
But I would hardly call that an unprovoked attack.
Huh. And dead men tell no tales, right? Although I'll grant you that he sold us out to the Empire.
Whatever transpired, the Empire and the Alliance did end up at war with one another. And I do not deny that the Imperial Army caused harm within Alliance territory. We are prepared to offer appropriate restitution for that.
Oh, really?
That works. We'll take tangible resources over insincere apologies any day. We can hash out the definition of appropriate later. Want to move on to the real reason we're here?
Yes, by all means. I trust you read my letter? The Central Church must be eliminated before Fódlan can be reborn.
Oh.
Your help would go a long way towards accomplishing that.
So what's interesting is we know that Claude just had a coronation where he let the church be part of it. I wonder if he's immediately going to ditch the church afterwards, or whether he's going to be like, no, that's too far.
Oh, I read it all right. And from a personal standpoint, it's something I can get behind. But as the leader of the Federation, I can't say the same. You can't expect the people of Leicester to embrace this southern church that you've dredged up out of nowhere.
I must take issue with that assertion. The Southern Church has a long and storied history in Fódlan.
Nonsense. You hastily resurrected some dusty old sect and appointed the Empire's own Minister of Religious Affairs as its bishop. Do you honestly expect us to acknowledge such an obvious sham?
None of us will shed any tears if you do not. Nor did we truly expect that you would.
We do not care where the Federation places its faith, so long as it is not in the Central Church.
So all you're looking for is a little cooperation in taking them down? And I assume the Kingdom's on your hit list too, since they've given them sanctuary.
I understand the Federation faces challenges of its own. Surely you would prefer a quick return to stability at your borders with the Empire?
Oh? I'd like to hear a little more about these challenges you think we have, but maybe now isn't the best time.
Claude, we want stability. The decision is yours to make. Knowing you, I am certain you will carefully consider the costs and benefits, rather than let emotions dictate your decision.
All right, I'm in. Holst, do you feel satisfied with those terms?
Everything looks good to me. I'm especially glad we found a solution to the control of Murden.
Hubert, I trust you have no objections?
None, Your Majesty. All that remains is the placement of your seals.
Then let us conclude our discussions for now, and go inform the world that Adrestia and Leicester have joined forces for a brighter future.
Sounds like a plan to me. I, Claude von Regan, King of the Leicester Federation, hereby swear this pact.
Well, we gotta hide the UI for this. That's kind of neat. Yeah. So, we're actually forming alliances. Now, For how long this alliance lasts, who knows? But it's neat that it's not just going to be, well, whatever side you're on ends up controlling all of Fódlan. The end. So, you might end up with a different path forward.
Lester pledges to work in harmony with the Adrestian Empire and do everything in its power to secure a peaceful future for Fódlan.
By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword that crowns the double-headed eagle, I, Edelgard von Hresfeld, hereby swear this pact. Adrestia pledges to work hand in hand with the Lester Federation to deliver peace to the land and secure a future for all its people.
The pact is sealed.
And now it is our job to uphold it.
I'm sure you noticed how Edelgard wouldn't even deign to acknowledge your existence.
I mean, it wasn't really about us. We were the bodyguard.
How empty does it make you feel to witness history marching forward without any say in which direction it takes?
I never wanted to be the one making history. That's too big a role for a humble mercenary. That said, I don't know about this. The kingdom and the church are suddenly our enemies now? Is everyone really just gonna get on board with that?
I guess so. You have unlocked the Paralog Battle Unsettling Truths. Well, that could be anything. Oh. It's Raphael, Ignatz, and Lorenz. Well, I know what that one's about. Just based on the participants. Let's see what we got over here. So that's just, okay, so that's just Anna hanging around. Nothing else. Knights of Seros clashes. To see if we got anything else here. No, not going to tell us about any of the other ones. That's fine. What's the big one? Doesn't tell us either. Okay, well, I'm going to return to camp. I didn't really expect for there to be a whole conversation
Make sure
there.
you're ready.
That's okay. Oh, somebody else has something to say now. Who is this? Oh, this is Lindhart. Oh, okay, so he has something new to say. I never imagined there would be a ceasefire between Adrestia and Lester. It just goes to show anything is possible. I don't particularly care what happens to the Empire anymore, but it's awfully unpleasant to fight them.
Excellent.
So I welcome that sort of alliance. It's probably safe for me to take naps again without a care in the world. Agree.
Let's see.
Yeah, they won't ask you to help out with battle prep as much if we're not fighting the Empire. Precisely. I might even be able to add an evening nap to my schedule. Ooh. Is that not just called, like, sleeping at that point? Anyway. Round here, we have one other person with something to say. You. I was hoping for an alliance with the kingdom. I guess I was barking up the wrong tree.
What do you say?
Never even crossed my mind that we'd ally with the Empire. Can we truly trust them? Well, this just proves how much Lester has changed. Oh, okay, so we have a full alliance with the Empire. We're both against the Central Church. It's definitely a different world for the Lester Federation. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.